Hi!
Hola, ¿qué tal a todos? Bienvenidos nuevamente a un episodio más en nuestro canal.
Yeah! Today's episode is meeting the parents after much anticipation and much wait. Again, due to quarantine and other restrictions, we finally were able to find some time and meet each other's parents. And we're about to tell you guys what happened.
Les vamos a contar cómo hemos conocido a nuestros... Bueno, Steve conoció a mis padres, sus suegros, y yo conocí a mis suegros. Coño, que fue impresionante, que ya les contaremos cómo fue absolutamente todo, con todos los detalles, para que quedéis impresionados.
And I do want to say one thing. Mexicans, we say suegros and suegras once we're married. We're not married, we're just boyfriends. So just for all my Mexicans out there watching, like, suegros, like what? When did they get married? No, we're just boyfriends.
Mother and father-in-law.
Right, but there's no law. Like, there's no estamos casados. Eso nomás es, fueran suegros o father-in-law si estuviéramos casados.
Vale, igual no importa, son los suegros. Ya está.
Alright, so how do we even begin to tell you guys about how nervous and how much anticipation went into that day that we knew was coming when we were gonna meet each other's parents? Aside from the nerves that straight couples go through with meeting their significant others' parents or in-laws or whatever it is, it's an added stress because we're gay and because we're Hispanic and because our parents have never met a boyfriend, neither his or mine. And so it was going to be a first, and it was going to be very different. We both come from very religious families, very culturally, even though Mexicans and Colombians are different countries, and it's very similar as far as what they view homosexuality as and things like that. So yeah, it was nerve-wracking.
Vamos, que la anticipación a conocer a los padres, bueno, los suegros, no me importa lo que piensen.
Not married.
Está bien. Fue una cosa que ya te digo que soñábamos, decíamos, vale, va a salir bien, ¿cómo haremos? ¿Cómo no haremos? Fue un estrés que ya te digo yo que no podíamos con él, porque en la noche soñábamos con eso.
I had countless nightmares, I can't even call them dreams, that Andres met my parents and that something went wrong. Sometimes it would be that my mom would say something inappropriate and I would just feel so uncomfortable that it would wake me up. Or that my dad would say something very homophobic, or that they would not accept us, and I would wake up with sweating. I mean, I'm sweating now because it's hot outside. We're in the middle of summer here in Orange County, but I would wake up sweating prior to having met them because it's just such, we don't know how it's gonna go. Like, yes, my parents know I'm gay, but we never really talk about it. It's just one of those things, like, we know, just, keep it to yourself, whatever. Now it's something that we can't deny. We're gonna have dinner. You're gonna meet them. I hope to God everything goes well.
Pero pues bueno, fue una cuestión bastante donde tú dices, ya, realmente se me va a parar el corazón de tantos nervios que me están dando.
Yeah.
Hasta que llegó el día.
So the day came and I was like, thought I was under control. I thought I wasn't nervous. He seemed nervous. He was like, "Hey guys, like, I don't know." And then my brother was also like prancing back and forth because we were gonna write together 2 messages in Riverside. And I was like, "You guys, chill out. Like, why are you guys so nervous? Like, everything's cool. Like, this is gonna be good. Like, I have a good feeling that my parents are gonna be totally cool. Nothing could go wrong." And that was me trying to pep talk myself out loud, making it seem like it was for them, but it was really for myself. And then what solidified the fact that I was nervous as fuck was when I said, Wally, do you think our grandparents will be there? And he's like, Steve, I don't know if you realize this, but we never met a single grandfather of ours. They were both dead before we were born. He's like, and another one of our grandmothers already passed. We only have one grandma. I know she's not going. He goes, but I'm sure they'll be there in spirit. I was so nervous that I thought, I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, so we get there, and by the time we got there, my parents were there already.
Vamos, sí, cuando yo me bajé del coche dije, pues aquí fue, o salgo vivo o salgo ejecutado, y ya está. Pero de repente, pues nada, llegamos, me saludé con tu hermana, pues muy bien, como siempre, porque ella es queridísima, y de repente pues salimos como a la parte de atrás de la casa, y ahí estaba tu madre, y siempre dice, madre, mira, te presento a mi novio, y pues la madre sí, queridísima también, me ha dicho, hola, encantado, mucho gusto, y yo pues muchísimo gusto, encantado. Lo primero que a mí se me ocurrió decir, porque yo tenía un puñetero suelo en el ojo, decirle, vale, disculpadme por mi ojo, porque pues parece que me habían metido un puñetazo en la cara, pero pues fue porque tenía una infección en ese momento y me tenía que andar con gafas oscuras todo el tiempo.
He had a sty in his eye.
Sí. Y luego fuimos a conocer a su padre, que estaba en la parte más detrás de la casa, entonces hacía un calor impresionante. Yo estaba con vaqueros.
It's actually even hotter in the reception.
Exactamente, yo estaba con vaqueros, yo estaba con botas, con todo. Y siempre dice, vamos, se presenta a mi pareja. Y yo, vale, pues encantado. Y también el padre decir como, encantado, muchísimo gusto. Y ya está. Ya luego pues se desarrolló la reunión en la tarde, pues comimos, pero pues muy bien, realmente me la pasé muy guay, me ha encantado, echamos risas un pelín en el comedor, fue espectacular, realmente ya después de todo ello se me bajaron los nervios porque tenía el corazón en el culo. Y bueno, pues desarrollamos la reunión, ya luego se fueron los padres de Steve, bueno, pues ya realmente descansé cuando veníamos de regreso a casa. Me ha preguntado mi cuñado Wally. Me ha preguntado cómo ¿Cómo?
No, continúa.
Me ha preguntado cómo te sentiste y yo pues muy bien, realmente pues me encantó conocer a los padres de Steve, fue muy guay todo, fue espectacular, fue sencillamente espectacular.
My parents were so amazingly supportive. I remember going to bed with such a big smile and just like thankful to God, thankful to my siblings, thankful to my parents. And I texted them that night and I was like, Mom, Dad, I just want to say I love you guys so much. This year has been full of so many letdowns, one thing after another, and it's always bad news. But at least throughout all the madness and chaos that this year has brought us, today was an exception, and I have you two to thank for that. And I just said, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And they both replied a few moments later. My dad was the first one, and he replied with, you already know that we love you, with a heart and a smile and a happy face and a thumbs up. And then my mom replied with, just understand that, this is a little new to us, but we're trying our best. And all we want is to know that you're happy, and if this makes you happy, well then so be it, and we're happy for you. And it was just, I'm so fortunate. Despite all the things that happen in our lives and things that we can like cry about and complain about, like I have MS and I have this and I'm definitely one of the luckiest people in this universe for having parents like the ones I have, and family and an incredible boyfriend. And that's ultimately all that matters. That's all that matters to me.
Entonces, bueno, se ha llegado el día domingo, que era cuando el día que mis padres iban a conocer a Steve y viceversa. El sábado, pues yo estaba normal en el día y de repente ya llegando a la noche le digo, cariño, estoy que me cago de los nervios. Al momento de llegar al restaurante, Steve nos vio aparcarnos en el coche y al momento de bajarnos, Steve, hola, el más emocionado de la vida, y yo como, coño, acá ya fue.
I was not nervous. I was like,
emocionado.
This is something that I already experienced this with my parents. I already saw how well it went. Nothing else could go wrong. Like, I'm sure this is gonna be great. I'm more excited than nervous. I'm más emocionado. So I was like, babe, please don't be don't be nervous. Like, there's nothing to be nervous about. Your parents love you. They're gonna respect and they're gonna support you no matter what. This is gonna be good. Just stay positive. But then the moment I saw them pull up and get out of the car, and I stepped out of my car to greet them, everything just went out the window. I was like, nope, you are definitely nervous, and all the nerves just came pouring in, and I almost felt like I was gonna faint as I was walking towards them, and then I just told myself, you know what, just be your authentic self. And I just said, hi, I'm Steve, and I shook his mom's hand first. I did shake her hand, and I know that we're not supposed to, but she extended her hand and didn't want to be rude, so I did. Of course, there's sanitizer everywhere, so we're being safe. And then his dad said, hello, and he went like that, almost like reaching up for a hug, but he said, let me see you up close. Let me take a good look at you. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. He's gonna probably like punch me right in the face, and it's okay. Siento que siento que me iba a pegar. And then he's like looking me up and down, and he's like, okay, he's cute. Good job, son. And as soon as he said that, I just felt like I was carrying this big, heavy backpack full of bricks, and I just dropped it. And I was like, oh, okay.
Es que ya te digo yo que mi padre tiene una manera muy especial de romper el hielo con la gente. Así lo hace con todo el mundo. Yo, de mi padre no sé qué esperar para que él rompa el hielo. Lo hace bien. Yo no me atrevería a hacer esas cosas, pero pues él es muy especial para esas cosas. Y bueno, mi padre no es que tampoco vea muy bien, entonces pues fue un poco más especial aún.
And so yeah, it was such a good time. And so, you know how they say like time flies when you're having fun? It really was, because we were there for close to 3 hours. And I mean, it's lazy dog. Like, you go to a restaurant and you're not there for more than an hour, otherwise they start trying to push you out so they can help another party. But I'm sorry, like, this was the first time I met my boyfriend's parents, and I wasn't just about to just do a little meet and greet and then walk away. So we were there for a while. We never ran out of stuff to talk about. We actually had to cut our conversations short to call it a day because
pues bueno, contentísimos, muy felices, y bueno, pues que tenemos unos padres increíbles, porque a pesar de que para ellos no es fácil, tanto para los de sí como para los míos, no es fácil porque pues bueno, primero la cultura latina pues es un poco más conservadora, tienen tal vez otros ideales, porque pues en la época de cuando ellos eran chavales, pues bueno, realmente otro tipo de crianza, pero pues lo importante es que nos han entendido, que hemos hecho nuestro trabajo de parte y parte para que haya una aceptación, y se ha dado, eso es lo más importante, desde que esa aceptación se haya dado, ya los dos estamos tranquilos, porque pues como seguimos esa relación sin ningún rollo, sin ningún contratiempo, sin absolutamente nada. Como yo te decía, lo más importante es lo que piensen nuestros padres y lo que piense mi pareja. Y en este caso es así. No importa lo que piensen mis padres, lo que hayan pensado, lo bien que quedaron, lo agradables que quedaron y lo que pienses tú. Eso es lo más importante. Y ya está, pues muchísimas gracias a todos. Esperamos que les guste. Preguntas, inquietudes, pues en cualquier momento que las quieran hacer, pues con muchísimo gusto, ¿vale? Muchísimas gracias.
Love you guys.
Adiós.